Hey everyone, this is John Strong. Welcome back to Full Blast Garage. And hopefully all of y'all take just a second to like, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate everything that's been happening so far. And again, the more you guys like and subscribe and watch, I can keep bringing more content, more things to the channel. And I just want everyone to know that I really appreciate that. But this week's video, a little bit of a change up because the wife, after I woke up this morning, she looked at me and told me she wanted to go topless this week. And that really perked up my ears there. And, I just said the same thing that I'm sure all of you are thinking. That's fine and all, but what's everyone gonna say at church on Sunday? Nah, I'm just kidding. Now she's talking about this thing. This is her 2024 Ford Bronco Badlands Sasquatch. And I guess Ford just thought, they're gonna just keep adding names and trim packages to it until you forget how much you're paying for it. So, that's a great marketing ploy. We decided to get this Ford Bronco in just the most convenient fashion. We had a Jeep JL, and I guess like any good Chrysler product, you can steal it with a paper clip and a cell phone. So, had a little bit of a bad taste in our mouth from that. So we decided to, pony on up to the Bronco, because it also has the removable top option. And the Jeep, we probably rode around in it close to half the time with the top fully off. So this thing, not been quite the case. It's more of a highway cruiser at this point, but we're gonna take the top off. We're gonna ride it around, just kind of let everyone know how to take the top off, what it's like riding around with no roof in this thing. So let's get this thing into Bay 1 and start the process of ripping this top off. Well, this is inside my wife's Bronco. If any of you guys have not been inside one of these new Broncos, I mean, it's pretty impressive. It's got the giant screen, entertainment. These, I guess they're kind of like a marine vinyl seats. Not incredibly comfortable in the back seat area. Let's go ahead and use the Bluetooth key and start this thing up. Big old bucking Bronco. And as you can see, every time you start one of these cars, any of these Fords, if you don't have the auto start eliminator on it, just go ahead and push that button and turn it off. It's going to be more problems for you than it is good. And we do have 360-degree cameras, backup cameras. You got to make sure there ain't any cows back there. I just scrubbed this thing the outside, and I'd say it took me at least 10-15 minutes to just scrub all the cow turds off the side of it, because Ford, in their infinite wisdom, just didn't really make the vehicle wide enough for the tires, or the flares wide enough to cover all the mud. And then this truck does have a giant crack across the front. We're getting new windshield next week. But I think any of these Ford Bronco owners, from talking to them, you can just budget for about one windshield a year. I don't know if it's the shape or where it falls, in height wise on the road. But everyone I know gets rock chips real bad in these Broncos. So, at least one windshield a year, maybe two. Keep it in your budget. So first, let's just go ahead and open all these doors and let some of that fresh Texas air in. Kind of give us a little bit more access to the plastic latches that hold the front panels and the rear panel in. So starting on the driver's side, you're gonna want to go ahead and flip that guy down, your sun visor, give you a little bit more room. And you can see here we got two latches. Let's go ahead and twist that. Unlatch that guy. And then we rotate to the back side here. Got one latch and then one more kind of right on top of where your headrest is. Let's see if we can zoom out there. So now, the question is, I've always had issues with this panel. It feels like it gets stuck. And it totally is. So this one has a pin that kind of gets stuck where it fits. So, you know, it's completely loose. But, you know, I've been watching the Cobra Kai on the Netflix, and I'm going to see if I can just give this thing a little Kia! Strike first, strike hard. Now that this thing's loose, we can just go ahead and take this panel off, move to the passenger side. Hey look, it's Bay 1 roof. So, when you move over to the passenger side, again, you're gonna wanna push that visor down so you got access, or easier access, to these two latches in the front. And again, these are something you can do by hand. Twist, twist. And we can move around to the back ones. Got one here on the pillar by the door. And then one latch kind of here in the middle. Right kind of beside parallel where the other latch was on the driver's side. And now this latch in the past had no issues. Oh, but it's, oh, I didn't even have to give it the key. So we got that one loose. Let's go ahead and carry that one over to the pile. All right, now we're in the back seat here. Ford did a little change up, you know, compared to Jeep, where, you know, this mid panel is a panel all by itself. So you got two latches on the side, one latch here in the middle, and two here on the side, the passenger side, just like the other side. So it makes it a little bit easier to remove this. But it's still, it's not super easy by yourself. You know, I'm gonna have to do it the right way and just use my back and muscle this thing off here, kind of wrestle it over. Let's go ahead and start. So we got one latch off, and this one's just a twist like the other ones. This latch here on the driver's side, and we're gonna twist. Last one here is also just a twist, and this one is loose, and I've never had any issues popping this one off. But let's go ahead and set up the camera, and you guys can watch me wrestle this thing off. So you can see we got this back panel loose where we can lift it up. And what I'm gonna do is just kind of crawl in past this guy towards one side. Try your best not to scratch your paint or drop this thing. It's probably $1,500 at Ford if you want to replace this panel, but who knows. And it's not incredibly heavy. It's not the easiest thing for one person to do. But just remember, use your back and muscle it off. No, don't do that. Get more than one person to help you. That's the smart thing to do. As you move to removing the very back portion of the Ford Bronco top off, you're gonna wanna start over here with your rear windshield washer connection, and go ahead and squeeze that, pop it loose. And then there actually is a port here that Ford gave you, if I can get out of the shadow there, that you connect that to, keep it from leaking all over the place. And then your electrical connection here, you're just gonna wanna squeeze, release it, and I believe that's probably for your windshield wiper motor. And just go ahead and plug that in the port underneath it. The next thing you're gonna wanna do is grab out your old T50, because you got 4 bolts on each side right here along this rail. So let me grab my light here so you can see it better. We got 1, 2, 3. The very front large one is the one you're gonna take out on the side. So you got 4 on each side back here. Again, other side. 1, 2, 3. And then there's your 4th guy up there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just zip those out, and then I'll show you the other 2 that you have to remove. If you remove all these and just start prying on the top, it ain't ever gonna come off, because there's 2 more up front. And I'll go ahead and zip these 8 out, and then move to the top and show you guys those 2. Okay, so now I'm perched up here on the side step of the Bronco, and if yours doesn't have one, you might want to grab, I don't know, ladder, something, stand inside, crawl inside the vehicle. You notice a big difference here from a Jeep to a Bronco is no crossbars. You're kind of wide open freedom right here. You know, Ford just has the heavy duty side rails that kind of run along, you know, each side. So that's going to be all your bracing for your roof. And when I said there was 2 bolts up here, I misspoke a little bit. There's 2 on each side. So these 2 bolts here both need to be removed to be able to remove the top. So there's 2 on this side, and let's shoot over. There's 2, same spot, passenger side. So we'll go ahead and zip these out with the T50. I'm gonna have to wait for some help to get this roof off. I don't trust myself removing this part by myself. So let's go ahead and zip those out. Okay, so now that we got the 4 bolts up top, zipped out, there's nothing holding this roof on. This thing is quite heavy. So you're gonna want to at least get a friend, in my case, my best friend, my wife, and we're gonna go ahead and just pull this thing up. I'm gonna be on this side, so the spare tire is kind of not in my way. Just try and be careful with this, because you do have this glass back here that would probably easily break. So we'll go ahead, and there are locating pins that you kind of need to lift out and slide back. And just try not to scratch it. And what we have over here is just a little ladder that we got to keep the top from resting on those plastic pins. And hopefully we'll block this thing up so the window won't tilt backwards and hit the ground. But you just want to secure it someplace where it's not resting directly on those plastic pins, because those things most likely break, and that's what helps you locate your roof on when we're going to put it back. Another key feature on these Broncos is the windows roll down all at once from the key fob. That's completely worth it. As you can see, we got the top off the old Bronco here. The wife's happy she's gonna be topless this week. The wind's only blowing about 40 miles an hour today, so it's a great day to take the top off and blast this thing down the freeway. So let's go ahead, take it in, and then we'll go ahead and put this thing on the road. All right, we're out on the road in the Bronco with the top off. And we're gonna put you guys on the freeway here. Kind of give you a little bit what it sounds like in here. We're going 75 down the road with no roof on. We did at least put the windows up, because that's a little bit brutal for filming purposes with the windows down. At least Ford, they did build these engines right, at least for horsepower, because this thing will get up and go. And if you hear those dings, that's rocks being pitched into the side of the truck. Something Ford didn't do right. The whole side of the Bronco's got paint chips on it from rocks being thrown on these tires. Okay, we got off the freeway here, and we're gonna take some side streets into town and just kind of show you guys what it's like to cruise it around, and we'll even kick the windows down for added effect. Alright, just pulling into town again. Kind of feeling like spring has sprung here in Navasota. Everything's starting to turn green and everybody's sneezing. And you gotta know, we ain't taking the top off and driving to town without making a stop at the DQ. Well, wrapping this video up, it's been another successful family outing here with the top off. Just visiting the local Dairy Queen. And I don't know, I got a question for everyone. So if I don't get a cone, I get a blizzard. They always turn these suckers upside down. Has anyone in the history of Dairy Queen seen one of these suckers fall out? Because I know I've ate my fair share, hundreds, maybe thousands. Never did any one of them ever just dump out. So if it has, let me know. I want to know what they did wrong. But just want to thank everyone for watching the video. Again, like, subscribe, and Full Blast Garage will keep making these videos, and I'll try and get a new one out to you every week. And again, between now and the next time you see me, just do something that makes you happy.